Malu Padilla. I'm originally from the Philippines. That's my birthplace. But I'm living now in the Netherlands for more than 30 years. And I've done migration work for as long as I've stayed in the Netherlands. And since then, I'm still doing that, migration and refugee work and solidarity for the Philippines. It's a very important thing what had happened these past 2 days during this conference in building alternative migration governance. For us as migrant networks, migrant organizations, it's always inspiring to meet with people of the same mind, to meet with other members of the civil society organizations and come together and define our terms and try to work on a platform for new alternatives for migration governance. But before we could do it, what's important that happened these past 2 days is that we were able to define together the language that we have to use, the terminologies that we have to use. We have to talk the talk and walk the walk, understanding what we really want to achieve together. Because I think before we could embark on anything which is quite challenging together, we have to understand first what we want to achieve. And only then we would be able to move forward. And being here, talking with people of different nationalities, people of different organizations, as civil society organizations, it's very important that we come together. Because as migrant organizations, as migrant networks, we can't do the work just on our own. We can't move forward with our own struggles of improving the situation of the migrants here in Europe, on having a more humane migration governance just on our own. We have the help and support of other civil society organizations around us. And only then we could close ranks, we could hold hands together. And as we know, when we're more, we could have our voices be louder. And with louder voices, we could be heard and we could be a force to move forward these positive things together. Actually, when I came here, I expected to meet a lot of interesting organizations. Of course, we have our own agenda of really building bridges with these people, because one of the slogans or themes that we could hear reverberating during the whole conference is that build bridges, not walls. And I think that's one thing that we were able to do here. And it was, at the end, it was very clear that when we created the roadmap towards new governance on migration, it's very clear that we really want to work together. Of course, there are challenges that we would meet along the way, but I believe if there's this trust that we really mean what we want to do and that it's for everybody's good sake, having multi-stakeholders in this whole challenge is very important for all of us. I mean, involving the government, local government, all NGOs which are working to support the migration issues. And of course, at the heart of it would certainly be the migrant organizations and networks itself, because we want our voice to be heard together with the others, louder and more forceful this time. And that's the expectation I had this past 2 days, and it's definitely met. I'm very happy to be here. Okay, my message would be, before we keep talking about North-South relationship, East-West relationship, and then the South is seen as the underdeveloped, you know, as migrants coming from the South. But this I could say, the South have come to the North. We are here, 252 million migrants all over the world. So we have come not to conquer the North, but we have come to share the North, and we are here with our own skills, with our own baggage. And I think it should be used in an advantage for development of both sides in the north, but also from our countries of origin. So it's an international development strategy that we are having this whole migration, and yeah, borders shouldn't be there. It should be an open world where there is a universal citizenship, like what we just had this afternoon. And I think it's a very good idea, this universal passport, universal citizenship, and I'm all for it.